Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with your CRM project. Now, we run these short presentations normally every Friday, focusing on different aspects of Workbooks and CRM. And today I'm going to cover some of the things that where Workbooks differs from some of the other leading or common CRM solutions out there. Now, this presentation will be about half an hour or so in duration. It's just a basic session. Everyone uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements. There's quite a few people on the call this morning, and I wouldn't have enough time to go over all of the extensive capabilities of Workbooks. So after this session, if you want to explore the system in more detail, we'd love to organize more of a one-to-one session with you, and then we can obviously go over your specific needs. Now, also on the call today, we've got some people who I know are already trialing the Workbook system. There is a free trial, which you're very welcome to register for. And there are some people on the call that have never seen it before, so excuse me if I'm going over some information that you may know already. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. Don't worry about any background noises at your end. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question section on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those towards the end of the call. Now, this session is being recorded. After the presentation, you will get an email from our system with a link to recording that you can obviously play back at your leisure and share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. Just a brief mention, first of all, about my company, Wizard Systems. All we do is CRM. We've done a long time. We've implemented well over 3,000 systems all over the UK into different sizes of companies, from one-person sole trader operations right up to some implementations of many hundreds of users, and across many different types of companies as well, private sector, public sector. Now, with Workbooks, it's a cloud solution, so there's nothing to install. You can be up and running very, very quickly. And we do have clients that do their own thing with Workbooks. They set it up themselves. They teach themselves how to use it. It's not difficult. But we're here on hand to offer assistance any step of the way, should you need it, as regards helping you implement the system, migrate data from other systems into other applications into Workbooks, customize it to your requirements, integrate Workbooks with other systems, provide you with training. We can train you at your premises, or you can come to our training center. We're based near Bristol, or we can do training online. And finally, support. We're just a quick phone call away. We've got a friendly, responsive help desk service here ready to answer any of your questions. So in working with you, one of the key things we want to get at is, what are you looking to achieve with an investment in Workbooks? Are you replacing an older CRM system? Are you just starting up in business and you recognize you need something to help you with business development? Are you looking for a solution to help you with better marketing, track sales and quotes more effectively, manage events, acquire more customers, improve customer service, or improving time management? It may be a combination of all of those. So we really want to try and work with you and find out what are the issues there, what are the objectives you're looking to achieve. So the focus of this morning, as well as giving you a basic, showing a basic overview of the Workbook system, is to explain why we think Workbooks is so different from other CRM solutions. Well, of course, Workbooks does have all of the common CRM capabilities that you would expect. The ability to track your leads, your prospects, your clients, any type of contact in the system, tracking your activities, your calls, your meetings. There's a diary in the system, tracking your sales opportunities and revenue and your sales forecasts, tracking customer service, doing a bit of marketing. But there are some things that Workbooks has that others may not, or Other solutions may require adding on some other application, and the danger is you have lots of little applications doing different things and bits of string joining them together and keeping your fingers crossed for the integration to work for you. So the first thing I'd like to say about Workbooks is the interface. What does it look like? Well, it looks like your Windows desktop. So most people like that, the fact that it has that familiar look and feel. It's easy to use. It's easy to navigate your way around the system. And the benefit of that is that it's going to reduce your training costs. You can be up and running very, very quickly because it's just so easy. Nothing's more than a few clicks away. Secondly, when I shortly show the system, it is very customizable. What I show you is just an example of what Workbooks can look like, but a lot of things can be changed. No programming required. You can do it yourself. It's so easy to customize it, to get it to track the information, the level of information that you want to know. Third area. Now, not many CRM systems can do this. We have the ability to create sales quotations, create sales orders and invoices and purchase orders to suppliers. So some of the things that are the domain of an accounting system, say like Sage 50, we can do in Workbooks. Well, why would you want to do it in Workbooks? Well, it might suit your business style, the way that you manage your business, your sales process there, to have the complete customer journey in one simple to use solution. So from the initial lead coming in and you're working through qualification and negotiation, and if you then want to create a nice looking sales quotation, that can be done in Workbooks. You can actually store your price list in Workbooks, so information about the products and services that you sell can be within the system, and you can then obviously quote from that. And then obviously when the client wants to order, that quote can be converted to a sales order or to an invoice. So in one solution, we're managing that complete lead to cash. You can actually record customer payments as well against those invoices. So from lead to cash, we've got one solution managing the whole thing, which might suit you to have it all in one easy to use solution rather than multiple solutions. Next area where Workbooks is different from many others is the integration with popular email marketing platforms like MailChimp. The MailChimp integration is very strong. It's a two-way integration. So MailChimp is for those people that don't know, MailChimp is a very, very popular email marketing platform. Allows you to create really nice looking emails without any knowledge of HTML. It will deliver the email to your audience and then track the results coming back so you can see how successful you are, and helps you fine-tune your future mailing campaign. So we've got a nice two-way integration with MailChimp. You create within Workbooks the list of the people that you want to email, and that list is automatically uploaded to MailChimp. No need to do any exporting or importing of data. Very straightforward, all seamless for you. MailChimp, as I've said, it creates the nice looking email, it delivers email, and then automatically with the integration coming back into Workbooks, we can see against a client's record the emails they were sent, what did they open, what did they click on to go to different pages on your website, and observing things like hard bounce. So hard bounces, so where the email address is, there's some problem with the email address, that is recognized, viewable in Workbooks, and also unsubscribes and opt-out information. Very, very important to keep your systems up to date with people that no longer want to receive your marketing communications, but we've still got them obviously as a record in the Workbook system, but we're no longer able to email to them in that way. So nice integration with MailChimp. And indeed linked to that, the ability to manage all of your marketing activities, whether they are online activities or offline if you do seminars or workshops or breakfast events or whatever it might be, or conferences, workbooks. We've got a number of clients using the system for that to manage the complete event process. And even because this is a web application, we can expose part of it in a secure way via your website to allow people to log on and see more information about events and register for an event. And indeed, it's possible to create customer portals in that way as well. So you're actually sharing information. You're achieving a better, a closer relationship with your clients and contacts in that way by integrating workbooks to your website. And other options that we got, so when I use the word option, there's a small extra cost on your subscription to pay for some of these, but we have the ability to do mapping in workbooks to create maps and see where clients are and other nearby customers, to track contracts. Do you have contracts in your company? Do you sell contracts? Do customers have maintenance contracts or support contracts with you? That too could be tracked in workbooks, and again, something that many other systems don't do as standard. We can integrate with Adobe Sign as well, the PDF signature application, and Zapier. Zapier.com is a very popular online utility that allows you to integrate hundreds, literally hundreds of cloud applications together. Facebook, Xero, QuickBooks. There's a myriad of other popular cloud applications that have integration with Zapier, so you can then have integration between the two without having to pay for any expensive development costs. You can do it yourself. Again, it's not difficult, but the ability to integrate with lots of other leading solutions out there. And the benefit being is that you're typing information in once. You're not having to type it in twice or do any exporting or importing. Very, very straightforward. Now, the other difference with workbooks compared to many others is that this is a UK system. Workbooks and ourselves are based in the UK. You might see that as a benefit. All of your data is stored securely in the UK with, quite frankly, a level of security that most small and medium-sized businesses could not afford on their own. And it's very, very reliable. Last year, we had an uptime of 100%. It's always going to be available to you wherever you are, whatever device you've got. We also include the ability to access workbooks from your mobile device. There's a mobile app or your tablet, no extra cost involved. So whatever device you've got, whatever browser you're using, you've got real-time access to workbooks. Okay, well let's having said that, let's go into the system and explain those differences in a little bit more detail for you. So here we are. This is Workbooks. I've just logged in. I'm showing it to you this morning in Chrome. It will work with any browser. I've just logged in, and what we see initially is the Workbooks desktop. And this was my first point, is that the interface, it looks a little bit like Windows, but it's all cloud. It's got that familiar look and feel. And down in the bottom left-hand corner there's my Start button. From that Start button, you've got your Start menu. Depending on who you are, what's your level of access, you'll see lots of routes here to key elements, to key areas of a CRM solution. As I say, this can be fine-tuned depending on who you are. But right at the top there, we've got people and organizations. A quick way of jumping to see all of the contacts and all of the companies in your system. And then lower down, we've got activities, seeing what you've got to do today, your calls, your meetings. There's a diary in the system. Emails as well. We integrate with Outlook. In fact, we can actually integrate with any email system. So as you send and receive your emails, they can be copied automatically into the workbook system together with attachments. If you're a support person, you might be interested in cases, tracking service issues. If you're in sales, then what are you interested in? Well, you're looking after your leads, your sales opportunity and revenue opportunities, managing quotes, orders, forecasts. If you're a marketing person, well, you're managing campaigns, you're managing mailing lists. Maybe you are responsible for managing information about your products and pricing that you're supplying. So that's all in that marketing section there. And then if you're in finance, this is where Workbooks differs from many other systems, the ability to track quotes, all these transactions here, quotes, orders, invoices. There's the option for contracts. Yes, we might need to do customer credit notes now and again. It can do that as well. So that's a quick run through of the start menu there, and just to the right of the start button there's a Google-like search box, so you can type in part of someone's name, part of an opportunity, the subject of an email. It will find it for you wherever it exists in the system. So let me go back to my start button, and we're going to go up to organizations. So Workbooks show me all of the companies in my system. Up pops a window. The company, we call this the company landing page, a bit like an Excel spreadsheet, showing you, summarizing row by row, all of the companies in your system. Now these columns that you see can be customized by you. You can change these columns. I'm just displaying the company name, the primary phone number, where are they located, who are they assigned to, all of the key information in there. If I jump to a client's record, let me just show you an example of a company record. So another window's popped up here. Show me all the information about this organization, Atlantic Computer Services. Now, the other area where Workbooks differs from some other systems is very, very customizable. This screen here can be changed by you very easily. You can relabel these fields if they're not appropriate to your company's terminology. You can create new fields as well. Just takes a few minutes to create new fields, and these new fields you can search on them, you can create reports on them, you can base your marketing campaigns on them, and some of these fields can produce or can display quite rich information from other applications. So all of this can be changed. The other area which you might like to customize, and this is something that Workbooks can do that others can't, is to display this record in different ways, maybe to different people, in different formats. So we can create different views of this information. So in the top right corner, let me just show you an example of that. Let's say, for example, I'm a salesperson. So this might be the view I would see when I'm looking at a company record, an organization record. So this now is the same company, but now thinking about what does a salesperson need to know about when they're calling on clients? Well, they want to know, what have we sold to this customer? What's outstanding as regards quotes with this customer? So as well as the critical contact information, who are they? How do I get hold of this company? Lower down on this screen, or in fact wherever you want it to be, there's this little window here that's displaying right now, what have we sold to this customer? So this is a bit like the holy grail of a business application, to present to the user in one screen all of the information that's relevant to them based on their job role. Let's say, for example, let's take another job role. Let's say I'm in marketing. So I'm browsing through Workbooks, looking at different company records, and now I've got a marketing view. Show me all of the recent campaigns or events this company has been on, and what's the status of those events. Did they turn up? Were they interested? All of this can be customized, but just to give you an example there of a marketing view, and so on. Right, next key difference, the ability to track transactions. And by transactions, I mean financial transactions as regards sales quotes, orders, and invoices. So wherever in Workbooks you see this transactions tab here, that's going to display all of those in some kind of sequence. And again, this is a summary screen showing me row by row all of those quotes and orders. Each user can decide what columns they see here. You can create new quotes, as you can see right at the top there, create new quotes from that little button there, or orders or invoices. In fact, you can actually create invoices in a number of different areas. If I go to a quote that I've created already, let's look at this one, the third one down there, quote number 2. Click on that. So this is a quote I've created already. This is an example quote screen. This is not what the customer sees. This is you. This is your internal view of this quotation transaction. And in the top half of the screen here, we've got the main information about the quote. This is pretty much standard Workbooks. If you started using it right now, this is the information it would allow you to track about that quote. And then lower down, this quote, we'll just scroll down here gently. Lower down, we've got the 4 items that are on this quote and the ability to add items there. Again, you can customize what columns you want to see. This is not what the customer sees. That's determined by the quote layout, which again you can determine in Workbooks. This is just for your eyes only. And then running across the top of this quote screen, as you would have seen with the other types of records, we've got these tabs. You can have more tabs or less tabs, but this is showing you more information, any other related information about this quote. So any activities that we might have done around this quote, maybe we're phoning up this customer and we're chasing to get their order. Those phone calls could be made, you can make a record of those phone calls there. So a nice way of tracking. We just close this quotation window down. Nice way of tracking there, quotes, orders, invoices. While we're here, here's an example of a customer contract lumped into this transaction screen here. So here is an example of a contract number 2. If I click on that, up pops the contract window. Again, the similar sort of look and feel as with the other record types. You can change any of this information here. You've got the tabs running across the top there to store more information about this contract. And then lower down, like we saw with the quote, lower down, we've got row by row, line by line, all of the products and services that are on this contract. So that's an example of contract. And you can also, we've got a lot of clients managing the contract renewal process. You can also utilize in Workbooks some automation and workflow. So you can get Workbooks to do things automatically for you. So maybe as part of a contract process, if your contracts are an annual duration, maybe before the anniversary, or maybe say 30 days before the anniversary, you want something to happen automatically. Maybe the client gets an email or some kind of reminder popping up on someone's screen to prompt the client, or do a customer service call into that client. All of that can be set up in the Workbook system as a part of the workflow, as we call it, all automated. So 24/7 Workbooks can be made to do things and track things automatically for you and generate extra activities, improving your productivity and preventing things slipping through the net. Right, a quick mention now about marketing and the MailChimp link. So if you're a marketing person, if I just go back to my start button here and up to our marketing section and over to marketing campaigns. So this is the marketing campaigns landing page showing me, summarizing right now, what are the different campaigns we've got on the go. These could be events, they could be exhibitions, they could be conferences, they could be just basic records of basic newsletters or emails that I've done. You can customize, of course, what columns you see here in the summary view. Let me go into an example campaign here. So this campaign here called Workbooks MailChimp. This is where we can see all the information about the campaign. Running across the top there, we've got those tabs. You can have more tabs or less tabs. An important one is members. This shows me the 4 people that are on this campaign. Now there's loads of different ways of selecting, finding, creating a list in Workbooks, but these 4 contacts here, their email addresses are automatically uploaded to MailChimp, to your subscriber list to MailChimp. MailChimp will then deliver the email, and with the integration automatically coming back into Workbooks, we can see here an example against these 4 contacts. Yes, we've got a confirmation email was sent. How many times did this person open the email? And the all-important email click, how many times have they clicked on something, some bit of text, some graphic within that email. You can also view some basic statistics on this campaign as well. So this is all information coming back to you from MailChimp as regards the basic numbers that every marketing person wants to know. How successful is his campaign as regards email opens and bounce backs and click-throughs as well. And then against an individual contact in your system, you can actually see, if you're using MailChimp, you can actually see more information about the responses to those emails. So let me just pick one of these contacts, John Cheney here. Let's go to his record. This now is a record of a person. So remember, just a little while back I showed you a record of a company. This is a record of a person. Sort of similar look and feel. Those tabs running across the top there initially were on the main tab. This is the main information about John. This is pretty much standard Workbooks. All of this can be changed by you if you want to. But on the tab bar here, right in the middle, there's MailChimp Activity. And this will show me now all of the recent responses from MailChimp. So the emails, the fact the emails have been sent, what was the name of the campaign, is this column here is the name of the campaign, the unique name that you give it. And importantly, I can see here there's 3 clicks, and this is the landing page that we took that person to in our email. So this can be very useful information to your customer service people, your marketing people, your sales people when they're contacting clients to see that journey there and the responses to your mailing campaigns. So that's a brief overview of some of the key areas where Workbooks differs. What I'd like to do now is just run through some of the pricing with Workbooks for you, just to give you an overview of the pricing. Of course, once we know your requirements, we can give you a formal quotation. So you've got it there in writing exactly what the commitment would be as regards subscription and any other services that you might want. Now there's basically 2 different versions, 2 different editions of Workbooks. There's CRM Edition and Business Edition. Now CRM Edition does all the normal CRM things that you'd expect for managing your sales activities, your leads, your prospects, your opportunities, tracking customer service, doing your marketing, and also creating sales quotations. It will do all of that. Business Edition does everything that CRM does, plus the ability to create sales orders, invoices, credit notes, purchase orders to suppliers, all of the financial stuff. Now you can mix and match these 2 together. So if, for example, you were, let's say you're 5 users, you could have 3 people on CRM because those people don't want to create orders, they don't want to see invoices, they're focused on sales or marketing. So you could get by with a lower cost edition there and then have 2 people on business. So it's fine to mix and match these 2 different editions together. So there's your annual subscription plus VAT. Now there are some optional add-ons, the most popular one of which is our Outlook and Exchange integration. So if you want to share your Outlook emails in a more sophisticated way and also share your calendar, your tasks and your contacts in a bi-directional way between Workbooks and Outlook or Exchange, that's an extra add-on, and that is £48, £48 per user per year that wants it. And we've got lots of other add-ons for contracts, integration with Sage 50, for example, that we can give you pricing. And once we know what your requirements are, and finally, be realistic. What help do you need in getting the system set up? As I said at the beginning, we do have clients that do their own thing with Workbooks, but be realistic. Do you have the time? Do you want us? This is our speciality. Every week we're setting up new CRM systems all over the country and further afield. And we can do the whole thing for you once we know your requirements. Or maybe there's some things that you want to do that we certainly encourage you to do it anyway, to make sure that you are looking after your system. You're maintaining, you're administrating your own system. We're here in the background to assist you if you get stuck or you want someone to call for advice. We're here to assist you. So once we know your requirements and what you want us to do, what things you're prepared to do, or maybe we show you how to set the system up and you then go off and set your own system up. But you know we're in the background to help you if you get stuck and in some step or process there. So as long as we know, we can give you a quotation for any kind of setup or training that you might need. Right, we're at the end of our short introduction presentation. Hopefully that's given you a good overview of the interface. What does Workbooks look like? Some of the things that it does that other systems can't do or have difficulty in doing, or may rely on some add-on or extra cost and integration to do. Hope that's given you a good idea there. I'd just like to stress, if you do want any further information, you want more of a one-to-one presentation of Workbooks, please contact us. There is the free trial as well. You go to workbooks.com and sign up for a free trial, no credit card required, and you can play with the system. And that can be turned obviously into your live system as well. If after the trial you're very happy with it, hopefully you will be, that trial can be converted into your live system going forwards. So if you've got any questions, I think there's one or two questions here. First question from Johnny. Is there a limit on storage? There's no limit. You get, as a customer of Workbooks, you initially get 10 gigabytes of storage. Now, data in Workbooks takes up a minute amount of space. But when you start adding in files, images, Word documents, they could over time take up a bit of space. It is possible, you see, with Workbooks to add files to clients' records. Maybe you've got some images that you want to track, or PDF documents, or Word documents, or Excel spreadsheets. You can upload those, you can link them to any type of record in Workbooks, and but doing that over time, potentially that could use up your initial storage. We don't often find this with clients, but we have had a few in the past that have hit that initial 10 gigabyte limit. It was very easy and very low cost to increment that, Johnny, to increase that if you want to. Next question from Diane. Diane, do you integrate with Box? Box being the online cloud file data storage. Yes, we do. In fact, we've got a little knowledge base article I can email you that describes exactly how that's done, Diane. I'll email that to you after the call. But yeah, we can integrate with Box, no problem. So a couple of questions there linked to storage. I don't think there's any more questions coming through. So thanks very much for your time this morning. Just to repeat, do you want a more detailed presentation, please contact me, Tim Wilmot. My email address is tim@wizard-systems.com. Well, there's my phone number there. We're based near Bristol in the UK. Also remember the free trial. Go to workbooks.com and click on the try button, and you can then register for that trial. If you're on the trial, if you've got any questions, you get stuck, please call us or call our help desk here at Wizard Systems. We'll be very happy to help you out. But thanks very much for your interest in Workbooks and your time this morning, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye.